What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of TOA's podcast, Sound Supply. I'm your host, Eric Huber. Great to be here. And we got another great topic for you guys this week. And once again, we're bringing in my boy, Andy from PSG. What's up, Andy?
What's going on, E? How's everybody out there today?
Everybody is good. Well, I'm good. Hopefully everybody else is doing good. And just a little homework before we get into this. Once again, guys, thanks for joining us. We have a little different scenario here that we're going to do a quick fire Q&A or 7 questions, as we call it. As you guys know, we are hosting Sound Supply every single week, brought to you guys directly via LinkedIn, YouTube, Anchor, which is a podcast service, and many other of our social media pages, excuse me. And yeah, we're going to bring you the latest and greatest information every single week here at TOA. So hopefully you guys stick around. Also, webinar Wednesdays every single month at the end of the month. Make sure you guys join in as well. We send out notifications via LinkedIn. Make sure you're signing up via Zoom. And we are live every single Wednesday at the end of the month. We hope to see you there. So let's get into it. This topic is a interesting one. It's a cool one. It's a kind of a direction that we're going in as a company. We're going to the digital realm, the networking realm, the IP realm. And the idea here mainly is it's mainly convenience and flexibility. Those are the two main functions that we're going to be talking about today. And the general topic is analog versus digital, right? DSP and network gear. We're going to be talking a little bit about our brand new A800D series systems, our new digital mixer amplifiers, and the benefits of what digital brings over or versus analog. And we're not going to say, this isn't a fight here between the two technologies. Analog does have its pros, obviously, and its cons. There are limitations there. Where digital brings you much more flexibility and features where it'll grow with you as time goes on. And that's the key here. And also, another key point is remote maintenance and being able to access these devices from anywhere, literally in the world, as long as you're set up to do so. So just a quick overview of analog versus digital. I'll give you 2 products that we have in our lineup. We have our BG2000 series, for example, or our A700 series. And we can compare that to the A800D series, which is our new units where, as you guys know, with the BGs, there's switches on the back. You set these, you forget them, and that's it. They're fixed in that scenario. Whereas the A800D series, everything is built into the DSP. There's a lot of flexibility. There's routing involved, matrix switching, which is more towards the line of our 9000 series. But there's much more you can do in the box. And then again, it's just tailored to your customers. It'll grow. If a need is there, you'll be able to do it on the fly. Firmware updates. There's many different things you could do with digital circuitry. Again, not discrediting analog, and Andy will talk a little bit about it. But benefits for analog guys. I mean, hey, there's guys that are afraid to change, right? But with today's world evolving and changing constantly, we do need to change to succeed, and we need to remember that. So all you guys that love analog, and I love analog audio too. I got a couple of analog mixers on my desk. You can't beat the sound, but when it comes to digital and the flexibility and the DSP and the ability to tailor to a certain situation and grow with you, I think the results you get from that are literally endless. So we want to keep that in mind. And then if you think about it, if something goes wrong in the field with a piece of analog gear, well, how do you fix it? You gotta go to the site. Whereas, in a digital network solution, you have the opportunity of actually troubleshooting that from afar, from your computer, from home, which would save you a trip. And that's what we want to keep in the back of our minds as we go on here. All right, so let's bring Andy in, and we'll ask Andy 7 questions. Andy, you there?
I'm here, baby. I'm here.
Right, here we go. Let me just take a quick sip.
So I overheard a little bit about analog.
Yeah.
Versus digital. This reminds me of back in the day when my friends that used to DJ used to have to carry crates of these guys in to get the music going that you wanted. Where now I can carry about 56 albums and this little guy right here. Just like you said, the versatility of analog, of digital actually versus analog has done has done greatness, I think, for what we're in, you know, music, audio,
Yep.
all kinds of stuff. But
that's a great point, especially in the DJ realm, which I come from.
Yeah.
You know, you used to carry crates of records around. Now it's going to these little thumb drives where you can, you know, and the quality is still great. It's still fantastic. It's still there. All right, Andy, let's get into the questions, man. Here we go. Rapid fire. Are you ready?
I'm ready, baby. Shoot. Let's do it.
All right. Question number one, Andy. What is your favorite feature of DSP?
That you can do anything you want to do with it. Once you have the ability to manage music, mix it, send it wherever you want, not have to worry about bringing a big box as a source to every single location. Just zoom it somewhere. If I want to send you an album right now, no problem. I put it in a small file, send it over to you, and you have the same music I got. I don't have to worry about mailing over the crates to you.
Yeah, and it just seems like you said, it DSP just makes life easier and easier. Okay, cool, man. Let's go. Question number 2. Give us an example of a time where you utilize this specific feature. It could be anything regarding DSP as you worked as a support specialist.
Oh my God. I'll tell you what, feedback suppression. Feedback suppression with the ability to tamper with your audio DSP wise, you can eliminate unwanted audio. Another one, being able to mix it, being able to send the audio wherever you want, being able to break it down, being able to record small phrases on our EV20R, for example, that then you can go ahead and put throughout our mixers, like the A800, any of those units. Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to do that with analog. It would have been much, much, much more complicated to get that in.
There you go. Push of a button, a couple buttons, you can send audio wherever you want.
I'd say flexibility. To nail that with one word, flexibility.
All right, cool, man. Question number 3. This is more in regards to tech support, but back to the remote stuff that I mentioned with the 800D, like screen share, remote support. How has this changed the way you worked as a product support specialist?
Oh my Lord. I can go right into your computer. I can make all the adjustments that I need to. I don't have to worry about you knowing how to handle the PC, or you knowing where to find the certain files. I can just go right into it. Perfect example. A lot of people call me up. Hey, I have a problem with the 900. I can't get audio out of this zone. Okay, cool. Let's do a screen share. As long as you have the software, which can apply to the DSP of the audio going in, I can do the job for you. I can, and at the same time, show you what it is that you need to do to navigate the audio to the right place.
Right. It's all about seeing it and speed, right? That's the key there. All right, question number 4, Andy. If you got back into integration today, so talking to the integrators in 2021, what digital gear be at the forefront of your projects?
Oh man, the 9000, the A800 series, MA725. We're going N8000 units. Just about everything, just about every kind of device nowadays. Like I said, we're not going to knock analog. Analog still does a prime job. It handles business. But when you're dealing with a smaller setup, when we're dealing with big setups, 7 zones, 16 zones, 12 zones, it's just much more complicated. If I need to take one piece of equipment, audio, and send it all over the place, I need that in digital format. I cannot, it's just much more complicated with that.
Makes absolute sense. Cool. All right. In regards to local remote control. So when I say that, I mean like iPad apps or a GUI where you can access remotely and get inside a unit and make quick changes.
Yeah.
How give us an example of how this feature could be utilized with one of our 800D series. So we have those installed. How could the end user actually use that to its full potential?
Oh, to the max. All right, here you go. I got a guy who's sitting in his office, the manager sitting in the office. He's getting too much audio in one level of his warehouse. Now, instead of him having to go to the receiver, see what's the input source, sit there and try to guide it down. He opens up the app, could be an iOS app, which is Apple, could be Droid, goes right into it. And right there, while he's sitting in his desk, can still make all the audio adjustments he needs to the proper location.
Easy. All right, Andy, a little off topic. What is your favorite memory of this year so far when it comes to electronics and working at TR?
My favorite memory when it comes to this year, like,
maybe a funny phone call, maybe something that was like, whoa, you know.
Man, dude, you might have stumped me with this one.
Did I catch you off guard?
A little bit. No, I don't know. You know what? To be honest with you, being able to work from home and still being able to give 100% support to our customers, to be able to show them what the unit, for us to still be able to provide and do our job from the ease of sitting at home and, you know, not having to worry about this whole situation that we got going on around us, you know, and if it wasn't for digital, we wouldn't be able to do this. You know, if it wasn't for digital, we'd be stuck.
Great. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. It's quite amazing where, you know, we're at today and how we're utilizing this technology, even when we're working, right? So it's pretty awesome.
I mean, I'll tell you what, I've sent people audio files from my computer. I've had guys that send me a file. It won't work on a certain machine because they don't know how to trim, cut it, make it mono. Yeah. And I've been able to take it, you know, basically rewrite it and send it back to them without a problem, matter of minutes.
Let me ask you another one, another off topic. Actually, it's in topic. If you were thrown back in time, we're talking 80s, right?
Oh, that's my era, baby. That's my era. Talk to me.
And you could bring back one thing from the 80s. It could be electronics. It could be anything. What would you bring back to 21?
Turntables.
Vinyl turntables. They're still around. So some 1210s from Techniques.
You know it. Oh, that's man.
There we go. So vinyl, yeah. The vinyl did make a little bit of comeback, but yeah, okay, cool, man.
I miss the old school. I miss the old school scratching. You know, like we said, listen, we can't knock analog. You know, digital is an awesome.
I think it's the simplicity of analog electronics. You know, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. All right. We have 2 more questions here. What's up?
I said everything else you can scrap it. I like the new cameras. I like the new phones. I don't like the big old VCR phones.
All right, Andy, how important is audio equipment having the ability, and this is another key feature with today, having the ability to integrate with emergency and life safety systems? How important is that?
Oh my God, that's super important. Let's say, for example, we're out to eat somewhere. You know, you're going over, you're listening to some good overhead music, but now you got a section of the restaurant or wherever you are that caught fire. You know, being able to lower music and broadcast the emergency dispatch message is that's life or death basically at that point.
Yeah,
very important.
And a product like our 800D series is designed to accept those triggers and allow the emergency systems to override, you know, whenever that actual trigger comes in. So great point there.
Yeah.
And we'll end it here. Last question. So digital units, this is a big one that, you know, some of our units have, like our intercom series, anything IP based, we pretty much has a log system in there. How important, something that you don't have in analog gear, how important can data logs help, you know, user efficiency and, you know, integrators understand maybe how the system's being used when problems happen? You know, how important of a tool is a log system like that?
I mean, usually, to make it a quick one, the unit's doing the data mining for you. If something went down, you can see if it was maybe a certain phone call, a certain time of the day, where there's something else going on that might have tripped the unit for you. So It kind of gives you a section to look back in time and see why something failed, when it failed, and what could have caused it. So in a troubleshooting sense, oh my God, it's a wonder tool to have a data log.
Yeah, it kind of zeroes you in. You have to ask less questions to the customer. I think it's going to be a great feature, especially on that unit. And it's really going to save some time on both ends, you know, for the integrator as well as us. It's definitely going to be a plus. All right, cool. Andy, thank you, man.
Not a problem, man.
Thanks for answering the 80s questions and your favorite memory of this year. Awesome.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure. Always good doing the podcast with you guys.
You got it. All right, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. And again, we're back every single week, releasing podcasts for you guys on the latest topics. Please be on the lookout for anything TOA Sound Supply related on all of our social media pages. I'm going to have a guest on hopefully every week. We'll see where this goes. Andy's been a great help. And we'll see you guys next time. Also, remember, webinar Wednesdays at the end of the month. We'll see you then. Take care, Andy. Take care of yourself.
Be good, brother.
See you guys later.